So in this question, we'll be solving a problem of System Verilog. So let's come to the problem. So in this question, we are supposed to find first non-zero bit position of a number. So let 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 me read the problem statement in more detail. So write a System Verilog function, and this is the function name that accepts a 32-bit unsigned integer and returns the position of first non-zero bit where position 0 is the LSB. And here we are also given an example table, and also one more condition is given that if the input is 0, that if there is no element in the value that you are passing, then it should return a -1. And as per the example that we have given, so if we see, if the input is, let's say this, then the output should be, then the expected output is 0. Right? The reason the expected output is 0 is because here the bit 0 is 1. And here, if we see, we are passing 8 in hex. So here the third bit of the this value is 1. So here the expected output is 3. And if we see the last case, in the last case there is no bit which is passed as 1, so the expected output is again -1. So, and this, the reason it is -1 is because we are given a condition in the equation itself that if the input is 0, then you should return -1. So it's a very simple question. So let's try to code this. So here in the solution, we are already given this function declared. So we are just supposed to write our piece of logic inside this. So let's say if I write here. So first thing is so here would be here user would be passing its value, and we are just supposed to find the first non-zero bit position of the number that user is passing. So let's say if I first our task is to iterate through all the elements. So right, so what we did is we are iterating through all the elements, and now we just want to check whether the what we need to check here is whether the value of I is equals to 1 or not. If let's say it is equal to 1, then you need to return the element of I itself. And let's say if it is not equals to 1, then you just need to return the value of then you just need to return the value -1. So let's try to simulate this. We had also added lot of test cases to verify whether the piece of logic that you have written is correct or not. So it will verify in all the scenarios. And here one thing to note is we are using for loop. Uh, Here you can also use for each loop, but just you need to make sure that for each loop you can't directly have this logic, because for each loop it starts iteration from the most LSB, most MSB bit, that it will start from the 32-bit iteration. So like you need to do some tricks if you are using for each loop. It won't be that straightforward. So just make sure that uh, you use it correctly. So here, as we can see, our all the test case passed, and we are passed different inputs, and we are getting the position. And here we can also see if in the first value the input is 0 and the position is -1. The input is 1 and the position is 0. So that is what is expected from this question. So yeah, that's all from this question.